So in terms of what determines a good property for a short-term let property, you might have one out there you're thinking, could I do short-term lets on? Or you might be looking to buy a property to do it that way. There are a lot of things to obviously consider. One of the big things really is location, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are the standout features of that location of where your property is, or you're looking to buy?
You get a lot of places now that they're the councils and they're putting a lot of regeneration money into places. That's a big one, because not only after the regeneration has happened, you've also got the contractors 100%. There to do the regeneration of the location. And
sometimes it's trying to look ahead. We've looked at an area recently, the likes of Morecambe, where it has the new Eden project that's been built there. And you're dead right, Sally. A lot of people will just think, oh, we've got to wait till 2028 when it's completed to get the bookings. Well, that's not the case. They're saying over 500 workers over the next few years that will be on site. Ultimately, we'll need
accommodation.
That's our market. That's where we really come into our own, those corporate bookings.
And then after that, that's when you see, the people that are using it for tourists, attractions and things like that. You're gonna then benefit after the project's finished. So
and it might be, like to say, it might be near a race course, that type of thing. Always good to have little tourist attractions, even if you don't get bookings from it, just to put on the listing of where
it's there. And then you have people, Chester, you've got people going to Chester races, but you've also got people working at Chester races who do travel from different areas. We've had quite a few people stay with us at Chester for those types of bookings.
I think look as well at the amenities of it. Is it central? Are you close to all shops and things like that for people? If you're not necessarily a real problem, but make sure there's parking, for instance. In it. What are the transport links for it? All these sort of things to consider with it as well. We've had some sort of quirky properties, people that have got maybe an annex onto their own property that I've looked at. Could I put that as a service apartment and work really well?
And it works really great. We've had some great bookings in that. I think a lot of people as well for bookings like that, they tend to be in like a quieter area, so they're away from that city. They might be working in the area and they might not want that busyness going on. So it just gives them that little bit of space away from the busy cities to relax, really.
100%. And then it's competition, I suppose, in looking at a particular one. And this can go twofold, really. Obviously, you could look at an area that you think, there's loads of competition, loads of hotels there. Don't necessarily be put off from that. We always say the likes of Travelodges, Premier Inns, them sort of hotels are there.
If they're popping up in the area, you know that there's a reason why. They spend millions. Like we've previously mentioned with Booking.com and Airbnb, they put millions into what they do. So if they're popping up in your location, chances are it's going to be a good location. And
as we mentioned, you may steal some of those bookings. A lot of those hotels, they don't have the kitchen facilities that a service department have. So again, if you're next to a Premier Inn, and you're in those car parks that we mentioned, looking at vans and things like that in the area,
they will.
It's a good thing.
A lot of them, they do prefer contractors and people like that. They do want their own kitchens because, who wants to be eating out all the time and not having that sort of place where you can just cook a decent meal for yourself.
But look on the likes of your booking portals, your Airbnb, Booking.coms, other service departments in the area. How well are they being booked? Speaking to us as a team, we've got the software there to do it. We mentioned, we can put appraisals together. Use us for that. We pay subscriptions for these appraisals where it can look at nightly rates and see if it stacks up for it. But a lot of there's not many locations, to be honest, where it can't work. No. It's just in what capacity will it work is the big thing.
That's the question, and I think we're quite clued up on that now. We have lots of different types of accommodation, so we can come out to your property and say this is the type of person you'll want in yours.
And thanks to technology now, we can do it, nationwide, and we couldn't necessarily do that, years and years ago. We would be very local, it'd have to be, but obviously things have transformed since then, and it helps that way. So you could be the other end of the country to us. Don't let that put you off. Do get in touch with us, and look, it's worth a call to see if it does work and how it would work, and go from there with it. So hopefully you found that really interesting. If you do have any other questions that pop up, please do get in touch with a member of the team here at Guestz.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.